Hi there. All right, should we just get started? There's a long intro at the beginning, so we can.
Yeah,
do
just check the
introductions.
dress.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Princess of the Wind is still in the lead, I think. So. All right, cool. We'll stick
Okay.
with that. It's the worst dress, but that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Yes. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, guys. So the game is going to open up with a little bit of a plot introduction. I don't know if you want them to hear it or talk over it.
It's not that important. It's it shows off one of the things that this game really focuses on, which is everything has to rhyme and be amazing, which for the most part works pretty well. In certain cases, did not work very well. There's a few rhymes that are a bit of a stretch, but anyways, that's fun. The art style is beautiful, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, this is Child of Light. I am SeductiveSpatula.
I'm RandomPinkBunny.
And we are running this. This game is not normally ran co-op, but we're making it work. Basically, Bunny will be playing as the main character, Aurora, using the controller. So she'll be running around. She'll be choosing all the inputs during battle and stuff. We'll get more to the genre and stuff in a bit, but yeah. I will be doing most of the auto-combat menuing, and I will also be playing as the game's secondary character, Igniculus, which is a little firefly sprite-looking thing. We'll talk more about what he can do later, but yeah. So this game is it's an RPG, I guess, yeah, just a turn-based combat RPG. And it's, as we already stated, it's beautiful and it sounds cool. And yeah, so a little bit of a cutscene at the beginning, but yeah, this is the dress you guys chose. So I hope you like blue.
Also, her hair is a little bit more orange with this dress.
Yes. So I guess we could mention that because of the dress choice that we wanted that to be a thing. This run will not be like valid for the leaderboards or anything like that, because the way this game did DLC is you would buy the DLC for the different outfits, but you also get a bunch of other goodies like along with the dress. So you can't just have the dresses; you also have to get like all the other goodies. So we have a little bit of extra stuff that will hopefully give us a little bit extra safety, but we'll see.
Yeah, that depends.
So as far as movement and stuff goes, you'll see Bunny will be spamming jump a lot. Basically, if you jump and then jump again, like right as you hit the ground, you will maintain a bunch of your momentum, and you will move way faster than running around or jumping and like landing. So it's not. It's kind of awkward for us because we don't live in the same country, and so we're used to playing this game over Parsec, which is a fantastic service, by the way. Shout out to Parsec.
Yep, shout out to Parsec. It's free.
It's free and it's excellent. It's really, really good, and it makes gaming for people like us who are not in the same house way, way, way more enjoyable.
This is only local co-op, so.
Yes, which is, yeah. Parsec allows you to play local co-op games over the internet, which is very good, along with a bunch of other things. So this is Igniculus, my dude. I will be controlling him with the mouse. I will also be trying to spam as much as possible with the keyboard. I am very slow at spamming, so I try to spam 3 buttons at the same time. So yeah, now I can move Igniculus around and do things. I can play with Aurora's hair. That's the main feature. It's very important. It will also show off here these little bushes or flowers, which if you hover over them with Igniculus, it will shoot out a bunch of little dots. And if you pick them up in the right order, from like where the orange one is, and just do a line, you will get this blue stuff that shoots out, which is just Igniculus power, basically, or stamina or whatever. And these little green dots are health, and the purple dots are mana. This game also has like light puzzles where you have to shine Igniculus in like at the right angles to light up things. They're not very difficult, but they can be pretty janky to maneuver around. especially since we're two people. So like, we'll be sometimes like maybe Bunny will move like a way I'm not expecting, you know, like jerk my movements around a little bit, but it's all good. It's good fun. So here we get our sword. It's like sort of Mathildis or something, I think.
Well, I don't know about
I think that's what it's called. It's a little bit heavy for Aurora, so she will kind of just like drag it across the floor for the most part.
Yeah. So the game is going to teach us how to do combat, and then unfortunately, like with some RPGs, we need to grind a little bit to make sure Aurora won't die for the rest of the game. So I think right about now you guys can start counting how long it will take for us to grind.
Yeah.
Start your own little timer.
Yeah, the grind starts now. It's like 5 minutes, 18 seconds. So Igniculus can, in combat, like outside of combat, he can just pick up stuff like the flowers and some chests and stuff. In combat, he can actually hover over enemies and slow them down.
Oh.
Yeah, calm down, calm down.
I want to go.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So here I'm just quickly going to do some... I did a little bit of leveling there. And now I'm just crafting some oculi.
You can explain that in a second.
Yeah, I'll get back to what that actually entails. But yeah, I'm basically just combining these different colored gems to make cooler gems. Either better gems of like by combining gems of the same color, or new gems by combining gems of different colors. Basically, these oculi just give you different stat bonuses. You can make stuff a little bit easier or a little bit safer. The one we use there is just for magic damage, which helps up a lot in the early game. And yeah, this marks the end of the grinding.
6:32.
Yeah. So with the long menu, that was about a minute of grind, and now
No more grinding.
For the rest of the game, we'll just be running from boss to boss. We just need that little bit of XP at the beginning to get us up to level 3, which will make the first boss fight considerably easier. But yeah, I was saying about the combat system. So you can see at the bottom of the screen there's like a bar where there's a big weight bar. Wait, no, it's the last part is the weight bar, I think. I don't remember. There's a big bar, and most of it is just like gray, and then the last little part is red. Basically, if you hit anything that's in the red zone, then they've queued up an attack. This goes for you as well, but yeah, a character in the red zone has queued up an attack, and if you manage to attack that character before they get their attack off, you interrupt them, push them way back on the timeline, and you cancel their attack. So that's going to be like a very important thing, and we'll get more into like showing off how that works in some of the longer battles, not these simple ones that just take like 2 hits. But yeah, the main thing Bunny will do is select all the attacks and choose all the things in combat. I will be flying around as this little dude and shining my light on them, giving them epilepsy seizures, and that slows you down, funnily enough. All right. But yeah, again, in a little bit we'll get into showing off the combat works a little bit better. And this is all you.
Yeah.
This is like the one movement trick of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want me to explain it, or do you want to do it?
Or you can explain it.
Okay. So basically, there's this box that normally you would push over to the bottom right, and then you would climb up. You would climb up some more stuff, and then push and pull this lever over here. But if you place the block really close to the edge and do a really precise jump off of it, you can actually jump directly over here, which saves about 15 seconds.
Oh.
But we have a kind of weird setup for this. I don't think anyone else uses this. Nice, second try, that's good.
Second try every time. Woo. I'm not used to like this lack of input delay.
Yeah. Again.
That's why like I was jumping weird earlier, because my timing is completely gone.
Yeah. Luckily, it's not going to be like super important for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
you'll see why in a little bit.
It's crazy though. The input delay is not that bad. It's just like what, half a second maybe?
Nah, not even.
Not even.
It's got to be less.
I'm not that good. That's all.
No, that's not what it's about. It's just the lack of delay can be very, very weird.
For reference though, Discord has a bigger delay than Parsec, so.
Yeah. Right, so there's another light puzzle here that we have to do before we engage the boss. So the first one, the red crystal we can light from the bottom floor, and then the other two we'll do once we get there.
Oops.
Oh, this one is all. Come on, this one is always so janky for some reason. That one in particular. All right, so. This is our first boss fight against these two statues. And yeah, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see how the different characters move along the cast bar. And we will try to line them up. I will try to slow down and let go as much as need be to line up more interrupts. Okay, and I will also go over and take these two flowers and try to give Bunny enough mana to. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay,
Oops.
there we go. Fixed it. I fixed it.
You fixed it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you fixed it.
Yeah, I'm taking these flowers really early just to give Bunny enough mana to get off one more starlight. The starlights deal a lot of damage because these guys are weak to light. And we just slash them for the rest of it.
And me starlighting this particular statue is one of the differences with the DLC versus regular. You normally only have enough MP for the back statue, so that's part of the reason why playing with DLC changes how our run goes.
And that was a terrible example of how you're supposed to do that fight. I think I messed up pretty much every interrupt, but that's okay. We made it.
Okay, your turn.
My turn? Yeah. So we trade on and off, like, just like, yeah, this is your section, you do things for a while, and then I do things for a while, and yeah, it's pretty good. So this lady, I don't have to mash, I forgot about that. So this lady just talks to us for a while, and then we get a little cutscene, and then we will do our first quit out. So basically I would just Alt F4 the game at like an audio cue, which in retrospect I should have had audio.
Oh, now.
So I'll just area.
I know your audio keys.
It's all good.
I think.
It's all good.
Let me know when you need another one.
Nah, I don't think I need it anymore.
Okay.
All right, cool. So yeah, that was just. We just wait for basically the game to auto-save right at the beginning of that cutscene, and then we just Alt F4 out and load the game back up, and then we're at the end of the cutscene. And then we will do that one more time right away here. So once Aurora starts looking up after this little dialogue, oh, my mashing is so bad today. Yeah, we'll do the same thing again.
No
and
rush.
try not to go to the Steam store. It's not strats.
It is on Steam.
Maybe there's a sale going on, I don't know. Could be something important. Okay, and now it's back to you. Here you go.
Yeah.
I also picked up the thing on the left
All right.
on the way in.
I'll go crazy then.
All right.
So now I can fly. That's what all that cutscene was about.
Yeah, you get wings, little like fairy wings, and then you just, you can fly now. So all the jumping that we did in the first 10 minutes, you don't have to do that anymore. So that's nice.
So now we can really get going.
Yeah. So now this is where we start our big adventure.
Now, yeah, you can't have an RPG without a crazy party, right? We're gonna build our party.
Slowly but surely.
Yes. We're gonna have to do some sketchy stuff to get our party members, though, unfortunately.
We get to see plenty of that. Alright, this is not working. I haven't been mashing enough lately. My old bones are failing me.
Oh.
Right, I'll do the menu now, yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. You can have one of those, sure. Okay, yeah, so this is the, I mentioned it earlier. This is like basically like a talent tree or a skill tree where you just have every character has 3 different paths. One usually focused on like their basic attacks, one focused on their like main magic ability or like main ability, and then one focused like more on like utility usually, or defense or something like that. Depends on the character. But yeah, so we basic RPG, well, I guess like more like JRPG stuff. We just have like a big thing. You just pick abilities, learn stuff, level up, all good stuff.
Oop, okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
I don't know.
I guess I never mentioned actually that in out of combat, Igniculus can shine his light on enemies, and that prevents you from getting in combat.
Also,
And, yeah.
when Aurora is dashing, you can't change the direction. So if I ever look derpy, that's because of that.
Yeah, you press the A button and you just commit to whatever direction you've picked, and it can be very awkward. Alright, so this is the second boss of the game. Like I said, we'll be moving just from boss to boss for the rest of the run. So this boss is more a showcase of how the rest of the boss fights will go. The first one is more like a tutorial, basically. But this one is very the standard setup for.
Ooh, that's fine.
The standard setup for boss fights is that there will be the boss, and there will be, I think you can interrupt them. Yeah. There'll be the boss, and there will be two ads, basically, or like other characters. And because they're really sneaky in this game, they make it so the boss and the ads pretty much consistently are, I almost said allergic to, but like they're weak to different types of attack. So you will have to use like a lot of magic to get down the ads, and then you will have to use physical attacks on the boss, for instance. Or the other way around, something like that.
I think I didn't think about that.
Oh, that's good. It's gonna be fun. I don't think it's too bad, right? Oh, she's dead.
A little bad.
It's a little bad, that's fine. I think that works, yeah. Right, so yeah, it's Aurora died there. That's unfortunate, but she's not that important. Okay, gotta get some of this.
Not that important. For this fight in particular.
Yeah, for the rest of the run, she's very important. But yeah, we have our, guess we didn't introduce Rubella, our little like jester character. She's very, very fast.
Oop.
That's fine. She's very fast, so she's very easy to interrupt with. And she deals way more physical damage than Aurora does.
This is just a little slower.
Yeah.
But okay.
It slows down the fight because you don't have two people attacking, of course, but it's not a big deal. So yeah, that's first case of what I was talking about, where using magic on the wolves is really good. Using magic on the giant, like the main boss, is very bad. So bosses will have different counters. So like some of them will counter if you interrupt them. Some will counter if you use magic. Some will counter if you use physical attacks, stuff like that. Okay.
Anything good?
I was hoping for something better than that. So I just picked up we've already used some oculi, but that was the first one we actually get or pick up, and not just start the game with. And oculi chests are random. The amount and the quality of oculi you get is set, but the color is random. So we got a sapphire there, which I'm not super excited about, but we'll make it work.
All right. So here is our second party member. He wants us to go down and do a side quest in the well, but that takes time. So we're gonna kidnap him. Hopefully. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're triggering the side quest, but we're teleporting. And then as soon as we get the loading screen, we're gonna close out and come back in. And basically the game gets really confused. It knows Finn is in our party, so it just decides that this must be fine. It puts Finn in this like weird state where he's in our party but not, and you'll see why later. But for now, he's in our party.
Hopefully.
He didn't come willingly.
Okay, just don't press anything just in case. Alright, we're good.
And don't mind that, that's Finn's twin brother. He's
fine.
sad because Finn disappeared. I don't know why. Must have ran off. Okay.
for this.
Kadarev donated $10. Hi Bunny and Spat, make sure to not get Aurora's legs stuck.
Mine. Don't worry, she's not reading tombs. I guess we do one.
She can also fly.
Kinnan11 donated $15. Hi Bunny and Spat. Good luck on this wonderful game, I've enjoyed playing a ton. The wine has been greatly appreciated. Sorry I couldn't be down there, but I'm watching for sure.
Aw, thanks Kinnan.
Appreciate it.
Alright.
So now with our two new companions, companion and hostage, we will go out into the world and what are we looking for again?
The highs of the high and the lows of the low.
Yes.
According to what the old lady told us.
Yes.
And that will take us home.
You will notice I don't remember much of the story of this game. I paid attention the first time. I have not paid attention in a while.
Alright, so here we're meeting Nora, who is one of Aurora's stepsisters. No clue how she showed up here, but she was like, hey, I'll join you and we can go home together.
I just realized we should probably talk a little bit about like the very basics of the story.
Nah, it's fine. Aurora's on an adventure.
Well, yeah. Aurora is an Austrian princess, and she from like ages ago, and she died.
Spoilers.
Well, no, it's in the opening cutscene.
I suppose.
But yeah, she died, and that's where this game starts. So you died, and you just awoke in this. Hang on, give me a sec. And you just awoke in this land called Lemuria, and yeah, that's why. Like, again, why Bunny said I don't know how Aurora got there. We're just getting sapphires. Like literally everything is sapphires.
It's gonna be good for that one water fight later.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Did you need that, Jess?
Nah, I don't think I can even get it.
Okay.
Emeralds. That helps.
Oh. I went too high. Whatever, it's fine. Alright,
yep.
so...
Maneuvering some of these areas can be kind of weird too.
So this is a little mice town that we have encountered. We're gonna go see who's the head honcho around here. This has a really cool side quest actually in this town where, you know, they give you one item and you have to barter your way until you get the item they actually want.
Yeah.
Or at least I like those, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a really long fetch quest or like a trade sequence basically, where you just, I think you start out with an apple or something.
Yeah.
And you want to end up with something made out of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're picking up this young mouse who wants to go on an adventure, I suppose.
Yeah, his name is literally Young Mouse. Eventually we give him a name. And this is Magna. She's a big, like Titan creature. You see her, actually see her moving in the background at the very beginning, but it's not important. She's she's gonna help us get up into the clouds because we seek the highest of the high. So that must be where it is.
She's got some heart issues though, so luckily Aurora just happens to be like, you know, an expert in that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go fix her. Who's this Robert?
Yeah, Robert is the actual name of the young mouse. I just find it funny that he introduces himself fairly early on as Robert, but in all the game's dialogue, he's still just listed as Young Mouse.
Up until this point, yeah.
Yeah. The sensitivity on this mouse is like slightly slower than I'm used to. It's very strange. So inside Magna, there's a lot of lava and fireballs and stuff going on for whatever reason. I think she has bigger problems than just her heart, to be honest.
It's heartburn.
It's
Oh. I didn't even have to think about that one.
Yeah, that one's on spot. On point was what I was trying to say. Yes, right now we're just like flying around, collecting stuff. We don't need this right now, so. So now we all of a sudden have a lot of people to level up.
And we're basically, with the exception of Nora, we're picking one path for each character. Nora does a little bit of everything. She's a jack of all trades.
I guess we'll level up Rubella.
Yeah, make her feel included.
I was gonna do something. Here we go. I'm all of a sudden very confused, but it's all good. Yeah, this is like the best we can do, unfortunately. Robert, where are you? Here we go. Okay. Oh, actually, I'll take it back.
Okay.
We'll add more stuff. There we go. You'll need this later. All right, so this is the first out of 3 spider fights we'll do. They'll all be identical as far as the actual fight goes. However, since we level up from fighting, we will have some extra things to play with in some of the later fights.
Also, you saw that I approached the spider from behind, and that's so that we can get the first attack in.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that either. That's right.
And that's what we're hoping for each time. It doesn't go quite entirely as good for a lot of these. There's definitely probably a better way of doing it.
That's unfortunate. Oops, I shouldn't have done that, I guess. But they're all dead anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, she like ran out of mana.
That's fine.
Or MP, whatever.
I guess technically MP, yeah. Well, I'm surprised they're not dead. Oh, whatever.
Not dead yet.
They'll get there. But yeah, so this is like, this whole fight would have been super easy if we kept interrupting the small spiders, but one of them, what we did was we used Nora to speed up Robert, because Robert deals the most damage here, and he deals AoE damage, which is very convenient. However, after she sped him up, unfortunately he got interrupted, and not only did he get interrupted by one of the spiders, he also got slowed. And the way like those kinds of status effects work in this game is that if you're hasted and you get slowed, then you just get slowed. It just overwrites the haste you already have, and the other way around.
Went a little too far upward, I suppose, when I did that. All right.
It's one of those sections that is very, because of how janky the flying is, it's incredibly easy to just bonk into some flames.
All right. Perfect.
I'll try to be a little bit better about fights here. Unfortunately, we got some bad RNG here.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So it's somewhat random how characters move around or how they spawn rather on the timeline here. So that's what I mean by when I say bad RNG. It's just sometimes it doesn't work out that well.
I forgot that we're on the second fight, the third one.
Oh. Yeah, I'll try to slow this guy down. You should be able to catch him. Nope.
That's fine.
Yeah, just attacks herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, once stuff like this happens, we're trying to keep, or we've been trying to keep the spiders kind of like grouped up. But once they start spreading out and like attacking us at inopportune moments, it can get a little bit awkward about it.
Luckily, Nora is the perfect bodyguard.
Yeah, she can tank the hits.
She's the tank, yeah.
Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna do another quick level up here before we head to the third and last spider fights. Also, you didn't show off your notes. You should do that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that later.
They're spectacular. Alright, let's see here. Just need you. We're only going to be using Robert and Nora for these for this next fight, so I don't bother leveling up the others.
Oh, that one's always delayed. It always gets me. Every time.
Yeah, again, navigating through these like rather thin hallways or narrow hallways.
All right.
It's very awkward.
So, unfortunately, unlike our other 3 party members, Robert is very hell-bent on actually doing his side quests. because he wants to impress a lovely lady. So we have to help him because we like him and we want to keep him. So there's this really tough lock on this vault. So I want you all to pay attention as I do it. Make sure I do it right. After Aurora talks about it for a little bit. And basically, this is like Lemuria, no, the Mouse Town's like treasure vault or something that they haven't been able to get into for a while.
Yeah, because it's very tightly secured.
Yeah. So I did like, what, 2 there?
Yeah, pull this twice.
Let me try that again. Perfect.
Beautiful. Highly advanced mouse technology. Then he just has to light these things, and then we get into the treasure vault. And Robert does a physically impossible backflip, but that's okay. He like jumps up, stays in the air, and then starts spinning. All right.
So Robert's pleased now. He's gonna get the girl. So we can continue with our main mission for now. Oops. I totally meant to do that. Of course, Robert. All right, so Robert wanted to go first, which means we have to just switch up our tactics a bit because, well, we don't want Robert to be interrupted.
Yeah, so unstoppable. Well, it makes you unstoppable. It makes it so even if you get attacked when you're on the red part of the timeline, the cast bar, you don't get interrupted. In the other fights, Nora has been going first, and for those situations, Bunny has cast Quicken on Robert instead, which well makes him faster.
Had a thought there for a second. Looking at this attack bar.
Oh, good.
He lost his Quicken because of these beautiful spiders.
They're gonna die now, so it's all good. I can't hold them back suddenly.
Yeah,
Well,
she's like the best bodyguard today, for sure.
yeah, she's been taking a lot of hits so far.
Maybe she needed Unstoppable instead.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, let's try that again.
Alright, cool.
Perfect.
Hey,
Ah, she did something.
Very messy fight so far, but that's fine. Hopefully it'll get better. But yeah, so the managing of people's speed, like on the end movement on the timeline, is going to be like the main or the thing of the most importance when it comes to managing these fights. Like the difference between being hasted and being slowed is huge.
Alright, so we're gonna do some final preparations before we do some surgery.
It's like a heart transplant. No, it's not even a transplant. We're just getting rid of some stuff. Didn't I give him a red one earlier? Let's give him a super red one. So I need to craft this. Okay, have this, and then there you are. Please take this off. Alright, cool. So because we just start the game with a bunch of extra oculi, it allows us to craft, unless we're unlucky, it allows us to craft some really powerful stuff early on, which can really make the early stages way easier. So now it's time for the big spider fight.
This is where I start mumbling to myself, yes.
Oh, barely. Nice. So in this case, we absolutely, of course, want to interrupt the small guys, but we want to avoid interrupting the big spider, which it's going to involve a lot of managing different things, and my job here is going to be to slow her down, like while she's on the weight part, and then try to let her go so she gets her turns off before we interrupt her. So I'm gonna let her go now before Robert gets to the bar.
Not gonna risk it, I think.
Yep. Good
Beautiful.
call.
Sometimes you can like take the risk that 50-50 they're gonna attack the other one, but sometimes it's better just to play it safe, in which case that worked out fine. Here's our big party member.
Yeah, Finn is gonna be the hero of this party for a while.
I'm gonna have Finn take care of himself and then have Aurora just give him something.
Okay.
Damage, yeah, that's what it is. Alright, so Finn is the secret star of our party, which is precisely why we had to kidnap him. We couldn't just leave him behind. He's like incredibly important to us. He just, you know, would rather do a side quest or something.
Gonna let it go now. You just go for it.
Just go for it?
Yeah. So you'll see in the menus, you'll see that different attacks have different cast times, basically. So it says for the lightning strike that why? Okay, I don't know. It's very strange.
Oh, ha! Missed that part.
Okay, well that's fine. Just you can just lower down. It'll be fun. We'll just need to go
After
through
I
them.
interrupt her. Haha.
Yeah.
Take that.
But yes, different attacks have different cast times. So in the case of like a regular attack, it's like short or fast or whatever. A is short, yeah. Whereas the lightning strike from Finn is very long, I think. No, it's just long, yeah. We get a better one later that's very long.
Just give him a little bit of more love and then go back to doing whatever I was doing before.
Yeah, so now that the boss is... I'm not sure why she's so fast.
I don't know. I got this.
I feel like she's not normally that fast. Oh well. Yeah, so this is also something that will happen a lot, where we'll basically just pick a character that will be the main source of damage for a boss fight, and then the second character will just assist them and just keep them topped off, keep them healthy, keep them full of mana, all that good stuff.
Oh, good job.
Alright, so now the fight's
This
even
is
out a little
fine.
bit because nobody is slowed or sped up anymore. But that's okay, we'll manage.
Oh, that's fine. We're just
Sure.
gonna go for it. Perfect.
So the you can tell by the animation of the spider right now she's doing fine, but once you start taking, well, she's not doing fine. I take it back. She's dead. Alright. My point is irrelevant. Okay, don't worry about it. But yeah, you can see like every boss has like two different. Oh, I gotta do this trick. Every boss has like two different animations depending on how much health they have. Damn it, I didn't get it.
Okay.
But yeah, so under a certain health threshold, the boss will like kind of hunch over and look really tired and sad. And yeah, that's an indication that they're about to die.
All right. So since we're watching this cutscene, Robert just got rejected by the woman he was trying to woo, which is great because we're just gonna play a flute and make him want to join our party. Hypnosis? Yeah, hypnosis for the win.
Yeah, this is essentially how Aurora deals with like any problem in this world, is just play the flute for a while and everyone's happy again.
What Spat was trying to do was in the cutscene, like there's just, is it a couple of frames where you can...
I have no idea. It's a tiny window at least.
You can escape to the menu and just teleport or to the town, and then you can skip this cutscene.
Yeah, it saves like 35 seconds because you don't have to sit through all this stuff. You can just head back to Magna immediately.
Sure. Oh, yeah, that's so cool. It's the logo.
Oh yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there's a prize actually for people who donate. If you donate, was it $15?
$15.
Yes. A minimum of $15, you can win this amazing looking
Yeah.
drawing, painting. I'm not sure. I don't do art, but it looks real cool. So you can see it on the. There you go. You can see it on
the webcam.
The webcam there.
Yeah.
It looks super cool.
Yeah.
So definitely get in on that. Maybe I'll donate myself later and try to get it.
Yeah. Really good art. All right. So we're going to explore this new area very briefly. Collect some stuff. Nora has told us that basically, whoops, my bad. Excuse me, I don't want to be here. Nora has told us basically that up this way is the entrance to go home. So we're basically getting ready to like say goodbye to our friends because they belong in Lemuria and not us. Don't mind any of this preparation we're doing.
Nah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna do a lot of this. Don't worry about it. Okay, whatever. Let's go.
Okay.
So this fight is horrible. It's one of the few fights, if not the only one, that's like on. Also, she's facing the right way, or the wrong way. Sorry, I like it. Yeah, this fight is like basically on a script, and if you stick to the script and you manage to do everything perfectly, it's very consistent. However, sticking to the script is not necessarily the easiest thing. So yeah, we'll do our best. We'll probably try to focus a little bit for this. So if you got some donations or something, just go for it.
No, that's
okay.
Ooh, what a hit.
She's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Good thing we don't need her anymore. Bye, Rebella. Rebella who? All right. Oh. Don't mind me. I know what I'm doing, just not in the right order. This is fine.
So now we've gotten far enough into the different like skill trees that we have access to some cooler abilities. So we have more like abilities that will target all allies or all enemies, which is very helpful. So you can see it like right now, Nora will cast Quicken All, which is nice. It just quickens everyone. And Aurora is casting Starlight All, which deals a bunch of light damage to all enemies. I'm not sure if I'll be able to hold her here.
Ooh,
no.
Okay.
That's important.
That's fine. We always fall off script with this fight.
Yeah, it's very easy to do.
We're now experts.
Yeah, as you can see, the two little like ghost creatures are like hunched over, so they're close to death. Yeah, if we just get a quicken on her, she should be fine.
Yes. That's the goal. Yes. What am I doing? Okay.
So
maybe this is fine.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it'll be good. Yeah, so oh yeah, she doesn't have Unstoppable for some reason. Interesting.
What?
She doesn't have Unstoppable. Doesn't she usually have?
She didn't get knocked off the bar. Or was she in front of the bar and I didn't notice?
I'm like not all hero burn there. I'm sorry.
Ah, great job, Finn.
Nice. Yeah.
This is why we actually fall off the script on purpose, even if I think we're doing stuff, because
It's all good. It's all good.
because this is what works for us. But shout outs to that tutorial that gave us everything we needed to figure out what we're doing, you know?
Yeah, Takasa has a great tutorial for this
Probably
game.
a good idea.
It's one of my favorites. I love speedrun tutorials just in general, and it's one of my favorites. It's really well made, and it has a ton of useful information in it.
You'll get there, Nora. It's fine.
At this point, once you get down the ghosts, the fight gets considerably easier. But yeah, it's again if you're on script for the entire fight. It's really smooth. If you're off script, then you're kind of reliant on being a bit lucky, or at least not getting super unlucky. But at this point, it's pretty okay. This is also something that hasn't come up yet, but or before. But Nora's basic attacks can randomly petrify enemies, which is nice. It's nice because, well, then they don't move on the bar. However, it's less nice because sometimes when you slow people down and then they get petrified, the petrify overrides the slowdown. So it's sometimes a bit awkward.
Nora taking that bullet.
Yeah, so
Oh.
the Griffin is not looking too healthy at this point, so a couple more oh, never mind.
Oh, that was rude.
Sneaky. Yeah, it should be dead soon. This one we don't really care about,
Ha!
like interruption or anything.
I petrified him. He couldn't
Nice.
counter back. Perfect. Goodbye.
Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so we made it through it.
That is definitely one of probably the top 2 difficult fights.
I would say that's the hardest fight. And then immediately
Yeah.
followed by the second hardest fight. So it's,
Yeah.
you collect stuff like near the middle of the run. That's where all, like the 2 most challenging fights are, and the rest of them are fairly okay.
Oh, we beat that at the 45-minute mark. That's impressive.
Yeah.
When we started out, it would be past an hour mark.
Oh yeah, I remember we were so happy. First time we beat that boss in less than an hour.
Yeah. So in the real world, Aurora's father is not doing well at all. And so we're trying desperately to get back to the real world to see our father. So now we're going to say goodbye to all of our friends. What, 2 of them? Yeah, because Finn doesn't like us. He
Yeah.
won't show up.
Again, this is just a result of the game being very confused because it knows we have Finn in our party enough to actually put him in fights and let us level him up and stuff.
Conversations, too.
Yeah, but yeah, in the conversation, yeah, you're right. However, for scenes like this where the game will like automatically put in all the characters you have in your party, the game also knows that he shouldn't be in our party because we didn't do his quest. So yeah, it looks a bit weird, and it'll look even better in a couple minutes.
All right, we're going to race Nora. We'll give her a head start. Oh, I win.
Oh yeah, I think you win. Yeah.
Totally win. All right, so there's our stepmother and our other stepsister and some random dude. And we're in for a big surprise. Turns out they're all evil.
Of course they are.
They didn't look evil. Look at that.
No. I mean, this place looks great. Looks super jolly.
So our stepmom, obviously, would be like the queen because her dad's the king. But she wants to rule over like everything, including Lumeria. So we're going to dream now. So, like I said, there's a very lovely tutorial by Takaze, and so it's got a lot of information in it. So I have my handy dandy notebook with this huge clothespin, but I have all my notes in here, and it's color coded and stuff. But the thing is, the notebook flops over if I have it open, so I put this giant clothespin on it to weigh it down, so that I can read all the pages without them flipping on me.
You gotta get back to jumping.
It's talking still. I got this. See? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty elegant solution. I approve.
I wrote it all in pink.
So we're in this little flashback with her mom. The moment she's off screen, she barely holds it together, and the moment she's off screen, she just falls apart. But that's okay. Because once again, whenever anyone's sad in this world, Aurora just pulls out her flute and yeah, I don't even know, just pulls off some really sick riffs, and everyone loves it. And apparently it works on her too.
Basically, right now it's explaining why she just got hit a couple of minutes ago, and now she's apparently protected. This is like Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, she has a crown from her, the crown that her father gave her, like protects her and stuff, so that's why she has a little bubble shield and stuff. Yeah, so this is basically showing the whole, the evolution of the plot basically, or revealing some stuff where you see at the beginning of the game that Aurora's mother died, and then her father
Is dying.
remarried,
Oh yeah.
and then Aurora died, and now it's been revealed that Aurora's mom was actually poisoned. And stuff. She was murdered.
Yeah, we're stuck in this cage, so we're gonna just jam out until we can hypnotize someone to let us out.
It's like one of those people with like this playing flutes for the snakes and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I always wondered if it was actually a thing as a kid. Alright, here we meet probably the best character in the speedrun. This is Oengus. I'm still not sure if Oengus is a dude or a lady, but that's okay, I don't care.
It's fine.
But anyway, they have a bow, and it's a very cute bow. So Oengus is a big badass, and he is, I'm gonna go with a he. He is a tank, a real tank. He also deals a buttload of damage, so it's just super useful, and we will use him a lot.
Yeah, so you can see here, Finn's not in any of the cages because of the same reasoning. I like to think that we keep him in a cage like a Pokeball, and so they just didn't notice him when they kidnapped all my friends. We left him in the cage or something.
So we'll save all our friends except the one we keep in our pockets. That's fine.
Yeah. And actually, if I got into a fight before this moment, Finn would have been in our party. Good stuff.
Again, it's just a funny case of the game being a bit confused.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And it's just a little bit of a cutscene skip there. Not super crazy.
Yeah, so it's a couple seconds, or a few seconds. Right, so now the gang's back together. I get to play again, so that's nice.
Rip my solo run. All right, so Oengus has a side quest like everything else, and he's just as important as Finn, so, you know, history shall repeat itself, except in a nicer way. So we're going to pretend that we're going to help him. We're actually going to go inside, and he's going to be happy and join us. And then we're going to change our minds and leave. He's not going to be pleased. He's going to leave our party again. But the game really, really thinks that we should be friends with him. So we're going to hit the save point, and we're just going to close the game. So at this point, the game is pretty convinced that we would have done the side quest by now. So it doesn't care anymore. It's just given up. He's in our party now.
So, yeah,
so we kidnapped him too.
It's where Bunny likes to refer to Aurora as a serial kidnapper.
Yes.
It's a bit of a problem. I want this.
Okay.
I'm going to take it. I'm very confused all of a sudden, for some reason. There we go. And these are a bunch of Stardust that we've set up. I haven't really talked about what they do. They just give you like static increases into different stats. So we put most of them on Oengus. We just pump him full of magic defense and stuff like that, just to make him tankier. And then we put anything that has to do with magic, pretty much, we just put into Aurora.
All right, so we're gonna fight Cordelia. She's pretty darn hard, but
she can be very annoying.
All right, we're gonna pull out Oengus. This is our favorite duo. We have the tank and we have the DPS, the ranged DPS, and we're gonna make this work.
This will be a very common. That's an interesting start.
Okay.
This will be a very common start for the upcoming boss fights, or for the future boss fights, is Oengus and Robert will be pulled out at the beginning, and Oengus will immediately use taunt, so to make sure that the enemies only attack him. And then the other person will take care of him basically, or just do damage, depending on what's needed.
Ugh.
Crit,
That was
awkward.
rude.
This is one of the worst abilities in the game. Wheel of Death is absolutely awful. Again, we have taunt on Oengus, so in theory, only Oengus will be attacked. But Wheel of Death attacks everyone, regardless. Yeah.
So Cordelia is definitely one we don't want to interrupt, so we have to be careful about that as well.
Yeah, I believe she heals. Yeah, I think if you interrupt Cordelia, she heals everyone, which basically wastes an entire turn of play for us.
Okay, you totally got this. Beautiful. Oof.
That's my mistake. Should have slowed him.
So Aurora is mainly wiping out the ads right now because they're allergic to light.
Don't make fun of me.
That's the only word I can think of now. It's
Yeah.
stuck in my head.
Very allergic to light, like most ghosts.
I think he needs the taunt at this point.
Yes, it does not sound like.
I get very good at estimating,
Yeah.
except when I'm bad at it. Sometimes happens.
I feel you. Right, so the ads should be going down very soon.
Very, very soon. Yeah, she's gonna take care of that. He's gonna heal himself. We're not gonna worry about it.
Okay,
I think.
just delay it by a turn, basically.
Probably fine. Yeah. Oh, Cordelia, we gonna risk this?
Go for it.
Yeah, she's on top of that. It's good. It's
Let's
good.
hope we don't get a Wheel of Death here.
But you mentioned it. Okay,
we
this
good.
is fine.
So as you see, like things can get out of hand very quickly when the enemies start piling up on a character. So yeah, Oengus went from basically full health to no health in a very short amount of time.
Ouch. Oh, that's fine. Fine. Please take them all out now. Thank you.
Please die.
Crit.
Okay, both of them dead.
That's
Excellent.
fine.
So,
Okay.
so once again, we dealt with the ads, which in this case were allergic to magic and light, as we like to put it apparently. So now we focus on Cordelia, the actual boss, and the best physical damage we have right now is Robert and Oengus.
We're gonna quicken him first. I think that's kind of a bit important.
Yeah. From this point on, this will be like most of the Oengus show, with Finn taking care of most of the magic damage usually, except for cases where enemies are weak to light. So yeah, like I said, every enemy has like a physical versus magical weakness, as well as and strength, of course, as well as an element. There are a bunch of elements. There's like dark, light, and then the ones you'd expect, like
Water.
earth, lightning,
Yeah.
water, blah,
Yep.
all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so we actually now are getting the highest of the high. And this is the part where, spoiler alert, Aurora isn't human. She's a Pokemon and she's evolving.
Yeah, she just reached level 16 actually, so what? Aurora is evolving. And now she's taller, so that's very nice. Her dress is pretty much the same, unfortunately, but that's fine. Like I said, I hope you like blue.
So yeah, again, we're using a DLC dress. Every time Aurora's talking, her hair and her original dress are going to stay the same in the dialogue boxes.
Yeah, she's normally in a yellow dress. So now we've reached the highest of the highs, and now we're searching for the lowest of the low.
Mm-hmm.
gonna run around and do some collecting of stuff first. Some mostly just some healing items and stuff that will help us in fights. Most of these are safety items more than anything.
All right.
I think we have to get this one.
Sorry, too busy being cool.
No, that's fine. I don't blame you.
All right, so we're gonna meet. There are 2 more people who can join our party. We skipped one right before the Griffin. That would be Rubel's brother. We lied to her and said we'd find him, but we didn't care. So we skipped him. And now we're going to meet the last possible party member that we could have.
She's called Jen or something?
Yeah.
Yes. She's a flower. So that's why we ignore her.
Yeah, we're not actually going to use her. We have everything we need with Finn and Oangus and Robert. So that's enough to take over the world.
The smashing, though. It's so bad. Oh well.
That's okay. All right. Just a little bit more searching. So yeah, you'll notice that a lot of people run this game solo, which is perfectly fine. It's not really meant, well, it's just not really done often as co-op. The reason why we do it as co-op is we actually just played this game together for a date night at one point and just decided we're both speedrunners. We can totally do this together, so that's what we do.
Yeah. And it works out. Again, like I don't think there's definitely not really a huge advantage or disadvantage really to playing co-op versus solo, but it just works and it's fun.
Yeah,
So
this is our fun speed run. Oh, okay. Nope.
Time to figure out how to do this again.
There you
we go. Hey, that wasn't too bad.
I guess you needed the headset for that too.
I guess it would have helped, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Don't know why my cursor is like all over the place, but that's fine.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna level you up because I don't care. Poor Rubella.
Rip Rubella.
Yeah. Fortunately, nobody cares about Rubella. I'm confusing myself a little bit, but it's fun. Yes, sure. We got some more things we can get to Angus. And there we go.
Alrighty. So we heard that the village we went through has been wiped out by this ogre, and he's guarding the door that leads us to the bottom of the ocean.
Love that cutscene. It's so weird.
Yes. Okay. Let's begin.
Once again, very similar to the previous fight. And again, the way it's gonna be for a while, it's gonna be Oangus taunting, and then Robert either hindering or doing something else, and then we bring in the people that matter.
Yeah, Finn's gonna take care of these ads.
Yep.
All right.
Damage elixir.
We're gonna, yeah. We're gonna take this moment to give Finn some extra boost right before he actually does his attack.
Yeah, the damage elixirs or Aurora's ability elevate damage both increase your damage by 20%, so it's actually pretty significant. A lot of things in this game are like really significant. Like the difference between not having haste and having haste is huge. There's been, again, not having any buffs and having elevate damage is 20% extra damage. Pretty massive stuff.
Haha. I'm sorry.
Is that a double dodge?
Yeah.
Wow. Surprising. I'll take it. Just defend.
Yeah. My life is easier that way. And if Finn does his job properly, they all go away.
Beautiful.
Well, not that one, but...
We'll get to that one.
So now that Finn's done having a party, we're going to bring back Robert. We're just going to defend.
Can we not interrupt this guy? I can't remember all of
taunt was turned off. Yeah, we don't want to interrupt him.
Okay.
This is bad.
Okay, noted.
So we're going to hinder this guy, and then Robert's going to take care of Oangus. Poor dude. It's not going fast enough. This is a speed run.
He's trying. So once again, it's going to be the Angus show. He's going to beat down the boss as fast as he can. So he deals. You'll see some like flame effects around his attacks and stuff, and you see some lightning effects around Robert's attacks. That's because of the different oculi we put on them. So we put a lightning elemental on Robert and a fire element on Angus, which, in addition to just adding like an elemental effect to their attacks, it also just, based on how like good the oculi is, like what level it is, it just increases your damage overall by a certain amount. So in the case of Angus now, I think he deals like 12% extra damage or something, just because of that.
Okay, so this is an RPG, and just like another RPG, we can breathe underwater, apparently. No need to worry about scuba gear. Oops.
Just make our way through these like weird zap tunnels.
Yeah.
Which can also be really annoying.
Watching out for that, watching out for that.
This guy always gets me. It's like he hides behind the waterfall so I can never see him.
Alright. Oops. I'm really happy about this dash option.
I guess I haven't shown off this either. I can like heal Bunny by just shining lights on her.
Okay, so we're gonna get the daily dad update.
How's it going, Dad? It's me again. Spoilers, he's not doing well. Our father is very, very sick. So we'll have to hurry home. So there's this secret little area here that actually has a lot of really good stuff. This chest has 6 onyxes, which are like level or tier 2. Yeah, I guess like tier 2 oculi already, and they're pretty good. Wait, why am I confused again?
I think you're all set.
Yes,
You
I am.
need the spindle. You're good. Or spinel. What?
Yeah, it is spindle. It's not spindle. You're right. Oh, yeah. Oh. What do you know? What do you know? Okay. We still have that one. Wait, we put it on this guy. Here we go. Wait, no.
What?
I'm gonna do some more menuing. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, okay.
So this also happens a lot, where I do a lot of unnecessary menuing just because I think it's fun. Let's put it that way. We'll just blame it on that.
Where's your notebook?
My notebook.
Yeah, where are your notes?
I'll just pretend I can't write. It's fine.
All right.
You'll be happy to know my notes are actually an Excel sheet. Of course it is.
Of course it is.
All right, so this fight is kind of weird, where you have 3 different
Yes.
3 different characters that are, of course, allergic to different things. So the top guy is allergic to light. This guy down here is allergic to fire, and this guy in the back is allergic to lightning. Luckily, we've amassed a bunch of different characters that have a bunch of different abilities at this point. So we just spam away, and we deal with all of them fairly quickly.
Yeah, so what we do is the guy in the bottom has like a bit more health, and he's like a little harder to kill, so we use Oangus to kind of take him out to balance it out a little bit, because it makes our life easier, especially with that crit. I'm so impressed. All right, so now we're gonna just pull out Finn.
Because yeah, once again, this guy in the back is weak to lightning damage, and we've only spec'd into lightning damage for Finn, so it works out well.
So he does 428 on his own, and we're going to elevate his damage. Work harder, Finn. They're going to take a shot? Okay, we can...
So yeah, 428 to 598, or 89, sorry.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. we're gonna quicken Finn up. Make our lives a little easier. So Aurora is basically now gonna take care of Finn, make sure he has enough MP, which I don't know what's gonna happen after this, so we're gonna just go for it. Finn uses a lot of MP, like nobody's business. Yeah, he needed it.
Yeah, each of his like casts at this point cost like 13 MP. Ooh.
Oops. Oh, how dare you?
Oh no, he healed for 128. Whatever will
Quick
we do?
Finn crit. Okay, well,
That's
he
fine.
tried.
Yeah, so this is one of the easiest fights because it doesn't matter if you interrupt or anything. You just do pretty much whatever you want. It's fairly straightforward. I should probably be dead now. Yeah.
Saved a potion.
Sure, gonna be useful later.
Uh-huh.
We also tend to have way too much, or too many resources when it comes to potions and stuff. But we played safe. We played safe.
I like to collect items.
Yeah.
I am well known for hoarding all the health items.
She doesn't have a problem, trust me. So there's another light puzzle. That's what am I doing? Yes, this one. Here we go. Wait. What am I doing?
That one? No?
No, it's this one.
Okay. There you go. Perfect.
So this one is like, for whatever reason, incredibly picky on where you like place the icon here. So it's like you hover directly over it, and it's like, no, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. And then all of a sudden, it's okay. This next section is, it's not great. It's not the most fun, but I guess it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, this section will have a lot of spikes and a lot of poison gas and stuff, and it's the whole thing is a bit of a hassle. And once again, trying to avoid these spikes with how awkward the dashing is when you're flying can be it's not great, but we'll make it work.
Okay, this is fine. All right, so we found Nora, aka Nux, and I can't tell if she's happy or irritated to see us because she has that smile on her face, but then she leaves some noxious gas for us to deal with while she locks the door. So we're gonna have to unlock it so that we can go beat her up.
That's what siblings do, isn't it?
Yep. Friendly sibling rivalry. Just poison them, hope they die, you know.
Yeah, so this gas is not it's not very dangerous. You can see we have like 175 health now. We'll probably have like 150 by the time we leave. It's not very lethal.
I am dying here.
So that's nice. So unless you go into this room with like 40 health, you're usually fine.
Don't stand on that, please.
Alright, we're gonna be a little bit lower, but that's fine.
Oops.
Oops, my bad.
Surprise!
Oh yeah, surprise strike as well.
We just were replenishing the...
Yeah, we just wanted to get into combat so I could heal a little bit, and now we're good.
Yeah.
Let me grab some useless treasure on the way up here, because I have nothing else to do. Just bringing as many pop-ups into view as possible to make it difficult to maneuver. Very helpful. Alright, let's see. Using some more Stardust real quick. Putting certain people getting certain things. You want to get these things. I think the rest is fine, honestly. Yeah. The rest is fine. Some last level ups. This is actually going to be the last level ups of the game, unless something goes horribly wrong.
Can you heal me, please?
Yeah, sure. You can have a heal. Oops, there we go.
Oh, thanks. All right, surprise. We're here now.
So yeah, this is the last time we've leveled up or like prepared for a boss fight, because for whatever reason the game doesn't have any like break between this fight and the next, which is very strange, but oh well.
So magically, our stepsisters are creatures. They're not human either.
Yeah, they're dragons, I guess. It's pretty sick.
Whoa. It's fine. It's not fine.
Yeah, it might be fine.
Actually, I'm gonna do something different. This seems like a better idea.
I like this idea.
Okay, let's go for this. I've learned from a couple of runs.
So right now, one thing that's really, really nice. Oops. Ah, okay, well,
We can interrupt her. It's
yeah,
fine.
but we're not gonna interrupt anymore. So if we interrupt Nox, she puts Unstoppable on everyone, all the enemies. So we will no longer be able to interrupt, but that's okay. So one really nice thing, like I mentioned before, we've put lightning damage onto Robert, which is very, very good against this boss. So while Robert is not extremely important for this fight.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. I'll get to this in a second. Yeah, while Robert is not extremely important in this fight, he helps actually deal a lot of damage with tentacles and like picks away like slightly at the main boss as well. So what happened there was that Nox used Gathering Strength or Gather Strength. That slows down her movement on the bar, but the next attack she makes, because we're so under-leveled, it will literally just one-shot anyone. So if she gets to the cast bar, it's instant. So yeah, if she gets to the cast bar, one person will die. So hopefully we manage to kill her before that happens, but we will see. Nice.
Good. Okay.
So now we can finally bust out Finn and
Get this party rolling.
yeah. So now we're like, again, the damage we've dealt to Nox herself has been pretty pitiful so far, but it's been like a little bit here and there. So now Finn shows up and shows us how it's done. And again, we're on a bit of a timer now, so you see where Nox is on the bar right now. If she gets to the gas bar, one of us will die, or one of them will die. So we just hope we deal enough damage in the limited amount of time we have. By boosting Finn's damage, quickening him, and yeah, hoping for the best really.
Pretty much.
It should be fine. So yeah, again, as we mentioned before, you'll see Finn is the main source of damage, pretty much the only source of damage, honestly. So Aurora is pretty much just doing whatever she can to help him out, using quicken potions, using giving him MP whenever he needs, stuff like that. And we should be getting close to the end of the fight very soon.
I'm gonna hope that Finn has enough MP, unless Aurora can get there in time. Maybe she will.
Looks like she'll be fine. Using help or
yes, we did it.
sorry about that. Yeah, so we made it with pretty decent margin there, so that's good.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
From here we have another meeting with our stepmom. She is very upset because we keep killing her daughters. I mean,
we ran out of daughters to kill.
yeah, I mean it's a fair thing to be mildly upset about. But yeah, now she shows us our dying father, and we are very upset. And our crown breaks, which was what was protecting us from her magic previously. So now we are in big trouble, and we will die for the second time. So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And like I mentioned before, for whatever reason, so we're on our way to the final boss now, and for whatever reason, the game doesn't have any opportunity for you to level up or change your party around or
tie up some side quests.
Yeah. It just goes from the fight we just did. There's a cutscene, and then it goes directly to another boss fight. Again, the last boss fight. And yeah, it's very confusing to me. But yeah, literally, if you want to make any changes in your party, you will have to get into the boss fight, run away from the boss fight, and then do it again.
Yeah, there is one thing you could do, but it's super hard. So we prepare 2 fights in advance, and honestly, as you just saw with the Nox fight, it works out fine.
Yeah, the Nox fight isn't that bad.
Yeah.
It can be a little tight depending on how when Nox uses the gathering strength ability.
As you can see here, the old lady is Aurora's mom. Surprise. She's been hiding here the whole time.
And she also knows the secret of the flute, which
Yeah.
my daughter died. Let's play a tune.
She's a necromancer. It's fine.
Oh boy. She's gonna make everything better. It's fun.
So, what's going to be happening now is she's using the music to rally all the people that Aurora has helped throughout the game, which in the case of our speedrun is probably Robert.
Yeah, we haven't made a lot of friends. We've stolen most of our friends, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here the Mouse Clan and the whatever Katagaiva or something clan, the Oengus people. These people I don't remember the name of. Yeah,
Finn's people, yeah.
It's all good.
But it's great because, again, we kidnapped Finn, we kidnapped Oengus, so only Rebella and Robert show up. And Robert brings Margaret because he can.
Yeah. It's so this scene is supposed to look really cool with like people full of people on both sides, and like everyone shows up and like with the power of love and friendship bring Aurora back to life. But now there's like 3 people on this side and that's it. Nobody else could be bothered to show up.
I mean, kidnapping people doesn't get you friends.
Lessons learned, kids.
All right, final evolution.
Yes, we are now Nido Queen, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the only queen I can think of.
All right, and here she's like, go fight the final boss. Do not pass go. Just go.
All right, and now we fly away and go to face our evil stepmother.
Yep. This fight, while not super difficult, is notoriously difficult only because of the ads. Once the ads are gone, everything's fine.
Yeah, this is a bizarre final boss fight because the boss practically does nothing. She casts pointless buffs on everyone and barely ever attacks you. It's very strange.
Yep.
However, the 2 birds she has with her, like Bunny said, are awful. They're really, really bad. They have an ability similar to the Wheel of Death from earlier. They have an ability called Prey, which just attacks all the members in the party and also pushes you back. It's real annoying. So hopefully we'll see no praise. The motto of this speedrunning community is basically pray for no prey.
All right, let's see. What are we doing today? We're going to be Oengus.
We're going to do pretty much the same thing we have been doing. It's Oengus and Taunt, and that's about it.
Oh, that worked out pretty good then.
Yes, nice.
I usually do it the other way, but... Oh, here we go.
So first prey, it begins.
So the first potion I put on was Unstoppable because if they do that, we're just going to keep going. It's going to be great. Hopefully.
Now the first priority is to slow down the fight a little bit, or slow down the enemy rather, so we can get stuff a little bit more under control, and then it's so like the first few turns are usually all about just buffing up your dudes and getting things ready, and then you bust out the people who are gonna deal the actual damage. So before the previous boss fight, we put a citrine on like a little yellow gem. Put that on Oengus, so he deals light damage now, which is super good. So while normally the only person we really have to deal light damage to these people or these enemies would be Aurora. Now we can also have Oengus help out.
This is fine.
Yeah. Playing with fire, it's fine.
I was just thinking about his taunt.
Yeah. I'll be fine. Oh, she cast... Okay, well that's fine. Again, that's like... So far she's cast one ability that increases like magic defense or something on one of them, and she's cast an ability... Oh, nice crit.
Yeah.
She cast one ability that prevents her from being interrupted, but we really don't care, so... That's fine.
Perfect.
Alright, so the birds are down. For now. One of the more annoying abilities that the boss actually has is a revive that brings back one of the birds. They're not a huge deal, really, and if you kill the boss while the birds are up, the fight still just ends. So that's nice. But yeah, it's still kind of annoying when the birds come back. Also, time should be coming up fairly soon.
Alright, I guess.
We're almost done with this fight. We deal like a lot of damage here. Just giving a little bit of a warning. I'm very kind.
Ooh, gonna need some MP after that.
Oh, I thought she would die to that actually. Oh, this is like the first ability she used.
I'm proud of her.
Like the first actual attack. She got one in. Good job. 152 health.
They're
Oof.
gonna take turns using pots.
There's a revive. But again, we're just gonna ignore the bird at this point and try to finish off the boss.
That's the cool thing about Umbra. It doesn't matter if she summons an ad. You can just kill her instead.
And that's the final boss. So once the screen will fade out, and then it will fade to white. And once it fades out to completely white, then it's time. So a couple seconds now.
And time.
Time. Yeah.
Woo! Beautiful.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Once again, if we were running this as normal and we got it 126, we would have PB'd by like 3 minutes. But
we use DLC.
yeah,
so
we use DLC, so it's not legit for leaderboards, but at least you got to pick a blue dress. So congratulations. And then it plays this beautiful outro and plays the credits. So that's it. Thank you for watching. This was Child of Light. Hope you enjoyed.
Who should unexpectedly appear